Hey, this is Jason. We're going to talk about some Facebook advertising. We're going to talk about a Facebook advertising launch strategy, namely the one that we use for our clients. So I tell all of our clients when we get started with them, the more data you have, the better. It's really, really, really hard to start up, especially now. 2, 3, 4 years ago, when Facebook was still in its infancy, and a lot more people were trying to get into paid traffic. They were moving from affiliate marketing to paid traffic. It was a little bit easier to do this because you could start up with like $5 or $10 a day. It's not really so much the case anymore. You can't necessarily just start up with $5 a day, drop it into a campaign, and then have it make money for you. Because $5 is 8 clicks, or 5 clicks, or 4 clicks. It might be 2 leads. So Facebook is way more expensive than it used to be. So now you really need to start with a bigger budget, on a daily basis. Not to mention that when you don't have any data to back up, to kind of train Facebook's pixel, then you're just kind of, you can pare down the interest, and you can get as narrow of an audience target as possible, but it still doesn't replicate if you just had buyer data. You know what I mean? Like if you have a list of 500 buyers, you can upload it into Facebook, create a retargeting group, create a lookalike audience based on those buyers. And then you have 1.1 or 1.4 or whatever million more people just like those buyers that you can then segment down based on the interest. Without that data, it doesn't matter. We narrow the campaigns as much as possible. We try to make sure that there's buyer interest by, including things that the prospects have to pay money for, whether it's magazine subscriptions or books or software or whatever, depending on the audience, maybe associations. There are ways to get at buyer intent, rather than just like a likability, from the interest groups. But it does not replace actual buyer data. You know what I mean? So the more data you have, the better. So when we launch campaigns, we always start with a 2-staged launch strategy. So we go after cold traffic and we go after warm traffic, as long as we have warm traffic. And if we don't have warm traffic, then we try to get that warm traffic as quickly as possible. So in this next clip, you will learn about a strategy that we use to launch all of our prospects in this 2-staged approach. And then after that, we're going to come back and just kind of summarize it. All right. When you're launching your sales funnel on Facebook, we implement kind of a 2-stage strategy. There's a cold traffic strategy and a retargeted strategy. So with your cold traffic, so if you're brand new, everybody's cold traffic. Everybody. So once they see an ad, they click, through an ad, go to your webpage, whatever, then they're warmer at least. But, so what we want to do is we want to start people in cold. We want to attract them to the website or, something. Then that warms them up into being a buyer. So it's a 2-staged approach. With cold traffic, we start with lead generation, like a lead magnet or the webinar. We start running traffic to one of those 2 pages or both. And we always use a video ad. Then we collect a custom audience based on how much of the video that somebody watches. So when we first start, it's 25%. And then, as the video has been running, it's 50%. And then as the video has been running, it's 75%. And we constantly kind of move it up, because the more somebody watches, the more engaged they are, and the better our lookalike audience is going to be. Then what we do is we create the lookalike audience based on that above custom audience. So if there's 2,000 people who watch 50% of the video, we create a lookalike audience in the United States, finding 2 million people just like those people, and then we advertise to them and we start segmenting down. And then what we do is we progressively step up that audience based on more qualified actions. So eventually it's not enough to just watch 50% of the video. You have to watch 75% of the video, or you have to, click the ad, or you have to add a product to a shopping cart, or you have to buy a product. You have to actually be a buyer. And then you create the lookalike audience based on buyers, and then that informs your cold traffic audience. So you're constantly stepping up your audiences there. All right, so that clip is from our funnel formula course. Go to proaccelerator.com/funnels if you want to check it out. But that clip is from our traffic module, the last module in the launch module, in the course. But basically, what it is, it's a two-stage traffic process: cold traffic, warm traffic, and we move from cold traffic, we move those prospects into warm traffic once they get a little bit of once they know about the brand, once we've attracted some of their attention, once they have some interest, and then we move them through desire and action phases where they ultimately purchase. And oftentimes that comes in the email marketing because we've already got the lead. So that is the Facebook launch strategy that we use. It's always our foundational strategy for launching new clients. So implement it in your business. If you have any questions at all, let us know. And if you would like us to put together a Facebook strategy for you or look at your sales funnel, then go to doneforyou.com/start and we will put together an action plan for you. And I'll talk to you soon. All right. Thanks.